Shunnyavadi Pakta Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Happy to be here. Can I also share something, Prabhu? I can share anything. Okay, yeah. So very happy to be here with all of you. I'll just share a page just a minute. So I live to give initiative. So we have the Sankirtan Sundays. So I have been hearing from Akinchan with Prabhu about this event. And many senior speakers like Radhe Shyam Mataji and Amagila Prabhu and all these many senior devotees are coming. And I am a very insignificant, tiny speaker, and I have been invited. I am only coming for one reason. There is a opportunity to glorify Śrīla Prabhupāda. Therefore, I am here. So
ऊपर सब लगाया हुआ है, साइड बिट सब रेडी है.
lecture में है लोग.
हाँ.
So he told me that the theme for this year's marathon is the first law of book distribution. Your sadhana must be strong. So the focus is on the importance of inner strength and spiritual connection as a foundation for spiritual life, for as a foundation for book distribution. So it's a very interesting and very important topic. I really appreciate this topic because His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, who is enthusing and inspiring the whole world in book distribution, he has written his famous book, as you all know, Our Family Business. There, he emphasizes this very much, that our sadhana must be strong. When we read the Prabhupada's books, we nourish ourselves. And when we distribute Prabhupada's books, we nourish the whole world. So, just like if you have a glass in that you're pouring milk, when the glass is full, it's going to overflow. Similarly, when we do our sadhana very nicely, our hearts will overflow with joy and relish and the bliss of Krishna consciousness. Then when it overflows inside out, that is going to inspire the whole world as we reach Prabhupada's books to the people. Once some devotees told Prabhupada that we kept your books in many big shops like Crossword and Higginbotham's and very, very big shops, but we were not able to see the books going. And Prabhupada said, my books will go by the enthusiasm of my followers. He said, they will not go simply by displaying on a showcase in a very big shop. Even if the shops are very famous and popular, the books will not go. But when my followers, they practice Krishna consciousness, and with that conviction, they go out and distribute books, people are going to be touched by the devotee's sincerity, devotee's practice, devotee's seriousness in Krishna consciousness, and that is going to make them take the books. I remember my own example. Once when I was in my IIT days, I wore white and white, dhoti kurta, and I was going in the train distributing the books. There was one elderly couple, husband, wife, they both were doctors. They may be around probably 55, 60 years or so. They saw me distributing books and speaking in English. And they called me and made me sit next to them and started asking many questions to me. Who are you? And then I told them, I am from IIT Bombay and what inspires you to do this? They asked me, and I told about Śrīla Prabhupāda and how I was moved by Śrīla Prabhupāda's life and teachings and everything. They asked many questions on philosophy also. Almost a half an hour they took my time. I was worried that I will lose my time for book distribution. But then after I spoke to them, they practically took the whole bulk of books I had. I had almost 15 varieties. All the books they took. And while taking the book, they told me, what inspires us to take the books is that, you are faithfully trying to follow this path. You are a student in a college. You are not accepting any salary or any commission for this. You are going out to distribute these books. I was a very, very new distributor at that time. Totally new. Um, I just took up a bag and probably the second or third time I'm going out like that. So now I think this is what Prabhupada means when people see us, we are wearing tilak, we are chanting the holy name, we are singing, we are happily practicing, and we are trying to extend the compassion of Śrīla Prabhupada. Although I had no compassion in my heart, I only had passion. But Prabhupada's compassion, we can become an instrument of Prabhupada's compassion. Mhm. And we can do our part. So in today's session, uh, our sadhana must be strong. So I'm going to focus on that because that is actually the highlight of today's discussion, and that's going to help us with distributing Prabhupada books. So uh, you can move that. Can tell him. Hare Krishna Akhinchananta Prabhu. I arrived in this venue a bit late, and there is a room above. In 1 minute, I will join. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure, Prabhu.
And
Sure,
I'm taking my
definitely.
laptop to the upstairs, and 1 minute I will join back. Okay?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sure, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Is my sound clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu is perfect. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So I will share one of the files I have made recently. I will share with this. See, Srila Prabhupada told us, please read my books daily and please distribute my books profusely. These are the two heartbeats of ISKCON. The first one nourishes our own bhakti. And the second one, it will nourish the whole world. Why I have written the word heartbeats of ISKCON? Because without heartbeat, the body is dead. Without devotees reading Prabhupada books and distributing Prabhupada books, our movement will not have any life at all. Once Śrīla Prabhupada said, when devotees go on Harinam Sankirtan daily, Śrīla Prabhupada said, people will know, oh, these Hare Krishnas are still alive. Huh? They are not dead. But in case we don't go on Harinam, three things Prabhupada called as Sankirtan. Prasadam distribution, and Harinam Sankirtan, and Harinam Sankirtan, Prasadam distribution, and book distribution. All the three things Prabhupada used the same name. He called the name Sankirtan. Prabhupada called it. So if these three things are happening in any temple, then it will be considered a very lively temple. It will be considered people will say that ISKCON or Hare Krishna is still alive, Prabhupada said. So, why we read Prabhupada books daily? It's like a spiritual oxygen for us. It gives us Shraddha. And also, when we read Prabhupada books, knowledge from the bona fide Acharya, it gives us clarity and conviction. Bhagavad Vijnanam, Mukta Sanghasya Jayate. The knowledge is scientific knowledge, otherwise we'll be sentimental. We'll become covered over a period of time. One time, when I was in USA, in Boston, we had 45 students. We had gone for a weekend retreat. 3 days we had a retreat, but the temperature was like -20. It was like chill outside, ice cold. Everywhere there was ice, like the whitewash. So we stayed in a building inside with the heat pump and everything. Very nice retreat we had. And the third day when we came out, devotees were saying that, hey, our car is missing. They searched everywhere, they couldn't find. We thought somebody has stolen our car. But then one devotee observed that the snow looks like a mountain. He said, maybe the car is inside that mountain. And then they broke the ice, and sure enough, the car was inside. We could see the metallic portion of the car. Then our President Vanmal Pandit told us that, you see, you cannot take out the car in this heavy ice slab. Whenever the sun shines, the snow will melt, and only then you can take out the car. So all of you go back by outside cars, he said. So we all went back to temple. 3 days later, the car came. But what I wish to share through this example, I got a realization when I saw this. I observed in America, the ice that falls, it's slow, very soft ice falls from the sky. You must have seen that. It keeps falling on the car, on the road, everywhere. While falling, even children take it and make like snowballs and they throw it and play also. It's very soft. But eventually it becomes hard. Maya is like that. Maya, initially she appears like covering you very softly. Eventually she becomes very hard. So that is called avidya or ignorance. When ignorance covers it, that means daily if I don't read Prabhupada books, initially I slightly get covered, then I get covered little more. And the result of not reading Prabhupada books, eventually, we forget spiritual life and we become carried away with material life. Material priorities, material taste, material flavors. And suddenly one day we look like a non-devotee. That's the danger of not regularly reading Prabhupada books. So, you will see that there are 2 types of shelters. Shelter of Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti. So those devotees who are regularly doing morning program well, chanting and reading Prabhupada books, they will be able to experience the Antaranga Shakti, shelter. And those who are not doing that, they will slowly be putting themselves under the Bahiranga Shakti. Now, what is the difference between the two? I will show you a table, and that table will show, it will give some understanding to us. So, look at this table. Look at this table. When our heart is not rendered holy by hearing and chanting, then we find fault with others. On the other hand, when our heart is purified, we see our own faults and we also pray for others. Similarly, when somebody gives us a feedback, we react violently with pride and we tell them, hey, you are finding fault with me. I can show your faults. We react violently. Whereas when our heart is purified, we are grateful for correction. Somebody gives me a correction, I say, thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. You are so kind. You want to purify me. You want to uplift me. You are my real friend. We feel grateful. And if our heart is not cleansed because of hearing chanting, then we become attached to our post or position. I am the HOD of the department. Just listen to me. Shut up your mouth. That will be our speech. We become attached to our position. Or Sometimes we neither do seva nor are we ready to shift the service to somebody else. And the leader will ask us, hey, you are not doing service. Can I give it to someone else? Hey, don't give the service to anyone else. Wait, I will do it. But we don't do it sometimes for a long time. We are just attached to our position and service. But when our heart is purified, we are attached to Kṛṣṇa regardless of position, which means whether I have a post, whether I have no post, whether I am given washing pots, or I am given for cooking, or I am given the post to lead Sankirtan department or whatever, we just become attached to Kṛṣṇa, you see. And when a heart is not yet holy, then we are busy in service, but no inner prayer life, you see. We are disconnected from the super soul. So we don't feel any prayerful mood. Externally we are very busy, but internally we are disconnected. Whereas when the heart is purified, service flows from inner connection. Now I will explain what is this inner connection. It requires a little explanation. This inner connection means sense of belonging. Like, for example, Śrīla Prabhupāda is going to America, you all know. While going in the Jaladuta, when he got a couple of heart attacks, Śrīla Prabhupada was telling that, oh, my dear Lord, should I proceed ahead to America or should I return back? Lord came in a vision and told him, don't worry, you are going to America to do my work and I'll be with you. I'll protect you. Lord came in all the Dashavataras and gave assurance to Śrīla Prabhupada. Then when he landed in Boston Harbor, Prabhupada was speaking, my dear Lord, why did you bring me here? People are running fast. They are very passionate. And in such a busy, fast-paced life, will they listen to me? And how will I be able to preach to them? I have no qualification. But I have faith in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Bhagavatam is your word and you can do some miracle, like the Prabhupada spoke. Which means Prabhupada felt a sense of belonging to Kṛṣṇa, to Srimad Bhagavatam, to his spiritual master. He said, in this land and in the sky and in the water, everywhere the holy name will be sung and that my master will be very pleased. He said, his master is Bhaksan Saraswati Thakur. In 1966, when Prabhupada got a heart pain, he went to New York temple and offered obeisances and spoke to his guru's picture directly. Oh, my dear spiritual master, I am getting severe chest pain. Should I go back to India? Your mission in America is not yet accomplished. What do you wish me to do? Should I continue or should I go back? In this way, he felt a strong sense of belonging to Guru, belonging to Lord Chaitanya, sense of belonging to Śrīla Rupa Goswami, and sense of belonging to Lord Kṛṣṇa. He wrote a poem. In the early morning hours, Prabhupada said, I got a, very beautiful vision of Lord Kṛṣṇa playing with me, with all other devotees in the pastures of Vrindavan. He writes in one of the poems, when will the day be mine? I'll see that. So, which means he is actually having Abhilasha to be with Kṛṣṇa, be with his spiritual master, and he writes in the Upadeshamrita introduction, this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement is conducted under the supervision of Śrīla Rupa Goswami, like that he writes. Another place Prabhupada writes, this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement was started, the founder of this Kṛṣṇa movement is Lord Chaitanya, like that he says.
Maybe his internet got lost. Can just spare for a minute. Dheeraj Prabhu, are you here?
Prabhu, now it's coming now?
Yeah, now it's perfect, Prabhu. It's a bit cracking. Yeah, now it's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was telling about the inner connection. So sense of belonging. Actually, sense of belonging gives us the spiritual juice, spiritual life. Now, without that, our lives would be simply driven by passion and not compassion. So a holy heart has that type of inner connection. Like you see, I saw a small kid. I wanted to give some prasad, and the child wouldn't accept it. He would look at his mother, and then the mother said, "Go ahead." Then only the child accepted the from my hands. So which means the child feels more sense of belonging to the mother and doesn't accept anything from outside her. So all of us, if you feel such sense of belonging to Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara, that will make a very big difference. So not only we should be busy with service, but we also should have that inner prayer life as Prabhupada had. We have to learn from Prabhupada. And unholy heart means we feel dry in chanting. Whereas when we are having a purified heart, we feel very prayerful, dependent and fulfilled, you see. We feel prayerful. Praying is very easy for such a devotee in every situation. And one feels dependent. Like he says, Dekha ki amar nahi payavala Harinama Sankirtane Tumi Kripa Kori Shraddha Bindu Diya Eva Kṛṣṇa Namadhane. He's saying that, no, my dear Master, I won't be able to chant the holy name on my own. I depend on you. Give me a drop of your mercy so that I'll be able to call out your holy name. Like that he's saying. So that means dependent. And fulfilled means satisfaction in spiritual activity alone. One doesn't look for any other material things. So this is, so which one am I more like today? We can ask. Am I feeling like the red table or like the yellow table above? So it's actually a struggle. We want to be on the right side, the yellow table. We want our heart to be purified and holy. And that is why the topic that we are talking today, this topic of, your sadhana must be strong. So we wish to focus on the importance of our inner strength and spiritual connection as a foundation for effective preaching and outreach. So in this connection, His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj, he wrote one article called as Becoming Deep. So in that article, he says, in Germany, there was a garden where there were a lot of trees, tall trees. On one occasion, there was a storm and many of those trees were knocked down. And some trees were standing erect. And Maharaj was curious, how is it? The same type of trees, some are standing erect and some are knocked down. So he wanted to know. So he found out those trees which grew deep roots, they did not get knocked down. But those trees which had shallow roots but had a big crown on the top, they got knocked down, he says. So then he explains beautifully a point. I'll try to check whether I have that PPT. If I can locate the PPT, I can show you the. Yeah, I think I got it. So I can show you the tree about which he talks about. So this is the picture of that. You can see this one. See, the real advancement means growth in two directions. Without deep roots to provide stability, growth from top or crown is dangerous. So the crown of the tree represents post, position, the fame that comes from, I have distributed so many books, or I am a steady distributor, I have been ahead of others and things like that. Or I am holding some post, I am a president, I am vice president, or I am, I am in charge of something. So this is called as the crown. But we have to grow deep roots. He says, what are the deep roots? The deep roots in Krishna consciousness is what is, I'll show you that. Okay, here I'll show you. So there's a struggle with Maya, he says. So you are a devotee now. Tell me, what have you really gotten? Like that Maya is asking a question. Are you deeply satisfied with your heart? Or are you struggling to control your mind and senses? Are you experiencing the promised taste of bhakti? Or is it still only a theory for you? Like that Maya is challenging. See, when Maya is challenging like this, we should not become frightened. Why? Because yes, there is a struggle in bhakti, but that struggle is a worthy struggle. In this world where there is no struggle, there is struggle for a student life. When you have to study and earn some degree, there's a there's a struggle that the mother undergoes when she is pregnant, and that's how she is able to get the milk in her breast to feed the child. You will see that. You will see. What is it? You see, when the bamboo, unless the bamboo is bent, you cannot make a palanquin. Similarly, it's not going to get purified. And unless you put the gold in fire, you cannot melt it and make an ornament out of the gold. It will just be a gold biscuit. But when you put it in fire, then you can make a gold ornament with that. Isn't it? You will see that the struggles that one undergoes, eventually it produces results. In Krishna consciousness also, there is a phase of life where we all struggle with Maya. And eventually, Krishna says, Mat chitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atachyettu mahankaram na shroshasi vinangshasi. He says, my dear Arjun, by over all the obstacles in your life, you just depend on me, surrender to me, pray for my help, and I'll be there by your side to guide you, escort you, purify you, uplift you, bring me back to my abode. So Lord is always there for the devotees when we pray to the Lord. We are not like the non-devotees. Non-devotees are also suffering in this world. Devotees are also suffering. But the difference is devotees have the Lord. They can call the Lord and seek help. Non-devotees who are faithless, they cannot get any help. They struggle with their own little brain. So as devotees, we are protected. So when Maya is challenging us, we shouldn't become very frightened. In the beginning, one is Hare Krishna. In the beginning, one is very enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness. And then as some time passes, then there is nothing new anymore, one feels. That stage point of stagnation. See, one becomes sort of hackneyed, stereotyped, or bold. One thinks, oh, I know mridangam playing, I know singing, I know cooking, I know dancing, I can sing all the aratis. Almost everything that a devotee does, I know. You tell me to give a lecture, I can give a lecture. So mind says that what is new now? Otherwise, all the regular activities of Krishna consciousness can become stereotyped. So initially, one even shaves up and keeps a shika and wears tilak and enthusiastic. But then, when one comes to the point of stagnation, then one falls down. So then one loses taste and goes back to material life. It has been observed. Situation, you see there is another line I have shown in the top, which is going up. What is that? Developing unlimited enthusiasm by deep roots in Krishna consciousness. You see? So how do we develop those deep roots? Here you see, learn to grow deep roots of the tree. If you develop those deep roots, the tree, even though tree has a big crown, it will not be knocked down by the storm. Storm-like problems which come in a devotee's life. Storm comes as temptations, allurements, and storm can come as obstacles, adversities or humiliation and things like that. So, and the deep roots is what we are talking today. That is actually the sadhana. Many people do not know that the morning program which we do, beginning with Mangalarti, Narshingarti, Tulsi Arti, chanting of the holy name, and followed by Shringar Darshan and Guru Puja and Srimad Bhagavatam class. This is like the root of the tree. the foundation of the tree. And the daytime activities is contribution, going out and distributing books. So often it is seen, after the Mangalarti Narasimha Tulsi, people go away. People don't sit in the temple hall to chant together. People go away. So when I joined in Chowpatty temple way back in 1991, I was introduced. His Holiness Ranath Maharaj, my spiritual master, he was telling, he made circles of brahmacharis. He told us, make a U type of circle. You have to face Prabhupada and not show back to Prabhupada. Huh? So one like this, one like this, one like this. He made us a team. And he told us, every day you all should sit in the same place. Huh? And sit in a semicircle facing Śrīla Prabhupada. And he also sat in one place. Huh? He had a standard place. He would sit every day. And he would sit and chant. And some of us would get up after 2 rounds or 3 rounds to go out. Some people would feel that, oh, temple hall is too intense. Huh? Let us go out and take a puff of air and come. And some of them started looking at the notice board. Huh? And some of them would go to drink water. And Maharaj asked, why devotees are going out during chanting? Why don't they sit and chant? They said, Maharaj, they are going to drink water. Maharaj said, keep a jar of water in the temple hall only. Let them drink water and sit down. He said, sit down and chant 16 rounds at a stretch, which he would do. That's how we all saw him doing, and then we also started imitating, copying. And then eventually we saw that it's very helpful. Even though something is happening in the thighs, the thighs are telling you, get up now, walk now, go out now, do something else. But if somebody makes an effort to hear the chanting of the holy name, one gets purified. Similarly, if one makes an effort to read Prabhupada's books, even though it may appear to be repetitive, one devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why are you repeating the same thing in your purport over and over again? Prabhupada said, even after I have repeated, still you don't follow. That is why I have to repeat. He said, isn't it? Because in Kali Yuga, many times we hear with one ear and leave it with another ear. We need to hear, repeatedly hear. Only then we are going to take it seriously. So, that is why, so the table that I showed you now, that gives us a clue about how a purified heart behaves. So, in summary, we have to see our own fault, and we have to pray for others, be grateful for correction, become attached to Kṛṣṇa, not to anything else in this world, the temporary things, and experience sense of belonging, and practice that prayerfulness and dependence. Yeah. Now, how do we do this? See, nama-smarana with heart, not lips alone. Chant with feeling, not just number. Oh Kṛṣṇa, please let this name enter my heart and clean it. So, in doing this, we can actually, just 1 minute, I'll type. We can pray to the Lord by glorifying the Lord, or expressing our repentance for our mistakes, or feeling grateful for all the gifts He has given us. Similarly, we can beg the Lord for help during chanting, for concentration. The help you need is help to be able to concentrate on holy name. So, this is called a chanting with feeling. So one of the ways to chant effectively is to, as soon as you sit down to chant, 2 very important things I can say about chanting, nama-smarana. First, we should recognize that Lord is the proprietor of this body which I am possessing. This is very important. Like, there was a boy who was passing in the road, and he happened to see his school day friend. He asked the friend, hey, my dear friend, we were school days. I am meeting after 10 years. How do you do? So he saw the boy was standing in front of a big bungalow, in front of a Mercedes-Benz car. So the boy, his friend went to him and said, you seem to be a rich man now. You possess a big bungalow and you have a Mercedes car. Great. and his friend showed him the Mercedes-Benz car key. So his friend told him, come, let's go for a joyride, let's talk while going around. Friend said, yes, I can drive the car only when my owner tells me to drive, he said. Then his friend understood, this fellow is not owner of the house, he is a driver. He is only a driver of the Mercedes-Benz, that's all. So both the car and the driver are under the control of the owner. Similarly, we all are residing in our body, we are the resident of this body. Both our body and the Atma, both are in control of Super Soul. This is the very first step. So in this body we are resident, but Lord is president. So the resident and president both are residing in the same body. So this is the very first thing we should think about in the morning when we sit to chant. Oh my dear Lord, you are the proprietor of me and you own me, you own my body also. You are the master of both. And you are a kind master, compassionate master, benevolent master. You have given me Vedic literatures, you have given the holy name, you have given the holy rivers, given holy prasad, you have given holy devotees, holy dhams. You are enveloping me with your holiness in varieties of ways to envelop me and take me back to Godhead. I am grateful to you, thankful to you. This is how we begin. You are the proprietor, I am owned by you. You are the controller of the material nature. You create millions of universes and you enter each universe as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Then you enter each atom as Kshirodaksha Vishnu, isn't it? And you are present everywhere. How can anyone miss you? You are the essence of everything. You are the cause of everything. You are the best of everything, as you say in the Gita. And you are the ultimate. And you are not just creator, generator, operator, destroyer. Beyond that, you are a reciprocator of love, as Kṛṣṇa in the spiritual world. So these are things which we can think in the beginning of chanting. Remember the Lord's hand in this world. So when we are doing japa, what exactly happens? I'll show you another. Just 1 minute. When you see this will give you an idea. When we chant japa in the early days, this is one of the things we can experience. You can see these circles? You can see? You can see this? The black thing shows negative distractions, which means sometimes devotees even wonder, oh, I am chanting the holy name, I'm getting dirty thoughts, I'm getting lusty thoughts, or angry thoughts, or envious thoughts. Don't be shocked, because the holy name is cleaning the heart and washing out the heart and throwing out. They are negative distractions. And then after some years of practice, then gradually one comes to positive distractions, where one thinks, oh, today evening I have a program, I have to cook for the program, I have to arrange this, I have to arrange that. During chanting, a lot of thoughts about Krishna service comes. I asked my spiritual master, Maharaj, what is wrong with positive distraction? I asked. After all, both are, chanting is also for Krishna, service is also for Krishna only. So Maharaj asked me, when you are dressing the deity of Radha Krishna, can you also take a laddu and eat? He asked. I said, how can we do that? Inside the altar we cannot eat anything. He said, yes, eating laddu is spiritual, dressing the Lord is spiritual, but you cannot combine these two activities. You can't take it inside. Similarly, when you are chanting, one should do it exclusively as an activity. You cannot combine your service thoughts and everything. And then as we become more purer, then that yellow zone comes, which is prayerful mode, where a devotee understands, like Rupa Goswami prays, my dear Lord, although you are Pandita Vara and I am Pamara, he says, you are most learned and I am insignificant, he says. Although you are the greatest, I am the smallest, still, when I try to chant your holy name, you are so kind that you are accepting my insignificant prayer, like that he says. So, for adopting this prayerful mode, we have to read Gajendra Moksha prayers, Prahlad's prayers, Dhruva's prayers, Nagapatni's prayers, Brahma's prayers. When we read these prayers, they will start gradually sinking in our heart, and the prayers will arise in our heart. Then during the chanting, amazing prayers can arise in the heart of a devotee. Like, any prayer that you are touched by, there is one prayer I am most touched by, which is by Kulashekara. He says, Mukunda Murdna Pranipatya Yache Bhavantam Ekantam Yantamartham avismritistvat charana arvinde bhave bhave mestu bhavat prasadat. You know what he's saying? He's saying, oh my dear Lord Mukunda, I bow down to your lotus feet again and again, and I am begging you, let me always remember you and let me never forget you. And I don't want any other benediction other than that, he says. And then he says subsequently, Naham mande tava charanayor dvandvam advandva hetoh kumbhi pakam gurumapi harer narakam napanetum ramya rama mrudutanulata nandane napirantum bhave bhave hridaya bhavane bhavayeyam bhavantam. He's saying, you can send me to heaven or put me in hell like Kumbhi Pak. I don't mind going anywhere as long as I can remember you and serve you, love you, worship you. Like that he says. So, all of you, you have your own favorite prayers. Note down the prayers, keep reciting them, remembering them. Kajendra has so many amazing prayers. As initially we will like the shloka first. Afterward we like the meaning of the shloka. Then we will like the character who is singing the shloka. Then we will internalize the prayer and we ourselves will become one with the prayer. And those prayers will arise in our heart with feeling. So in this way, when the prayers arise with feeling, like there is one prayer of Akrura entering Vrindavan. Mama ye taddurlabam manye uttama shloka darshanam. He's saying, oh, I am such a fallen soul. How is Kṛṣṇa giving me his darshan? So he is repeatedly astonished by Krishna's grace. Similarly, your Sudama, while returning from Dwaraka, he told one prayer also. Kvaham daridra papiyan kwa Kṛṣṇa Sriniketanah brahma bandhurite smaham bahubhyam parirambitaha. He says, who am I? Yeah, poor Brahma Bandhu. Who is Kṛṣṇa? He is Lakshmipati. But how kind Kṛṣṇa is, that with his own arms, with which he embraces Rukmini and Balaram, he embraced my body as a loving friend. And he cried tears of gratitude for Kṛṣṇa's love. He said, what can I ask anything from such a person who loves me so much? His love itself is enough for me. Neither he said. So if while reading the Bhagavatam, any of you became touched by such prayers and you were overwhelmed by reading those prayers, note it down and then keep reciting it, memorizing those shlokas. Then during the chanting, those prayers will arise. As our prayerful mood increases, then the chanting of the holy name is going to become very effective. So, therefore, here you see initially what happens. See, me is very important. And Kṛṣṇa is also there. Okay, God can also be there, I don't mind. Because he can help me in my plans. The jiva thinks like that in the beginning. But when the jiva becomes advanced, see, Kṛṣṇa is everything. And I am a very tiny me. It's just the opposite. We can ask ourselves, am I feeling like this? I am very important and Kṛṣṇa is also there. Or Kṛṣṇa is everything and I am also there. This is the right consciousness. So, therefore, when we are chanting, Prabhupada said these three things which are very important. Prabhupada said, all of you repeat this, chant audibly, pronounce clearly, hear attentively. Three. So, we should not chant in the mind because we will go to sleep if we chant in the mind. And we should also pronounce clearly, not mumble. Like that we should not do. Pronounce clearly and hear attentively. We should make an effort to hear attentively. So there are three things that here. See, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. Dharana, the word dharana means to hold. And dhyana means to sharply focus at a focal point like the lens. And samadhi is to absorb. So I give an example here, easy to remember. Dharana means just like if you, after eating your prasad, if your hands are dry, plate is also dry, you just overflood the plate with water and leave it there for half an hour, 1 hour. Then you come back and just you do like this, the plate will immediately get washed very easily. Because of holding the water, you are able to cleanse the plate. Like that, if you hold the holy name in your mouth and not let the mind wander here and there, then the holy name can cleanse our mind. Just like Aghasura was holding the Lord in the mind, so he attains Swarupya Siddhi. And dhyana means to focus like a magnifying glass or a lens focusing at a focal point. And samadhi means to absorb ourselves like a sponge absorbing. That's the last stage. So in this way, in our chanting of the holy name, we have to make an effort, and Krishna will also help when you make an effort to chant the holy name like that. So this is what Prabhupada said. Please all of you repeat this. Oh Lord, purify me, uplift me, accept me. This is what Prabhupada said, one should pray to Krishna like this. This is the meaning of chanting Hare Krishna, he said. Purify me of all the anarthas. Uplift me from the material plane to spiritual plane. And accept me in your eternal loving service. In one of the five rasas, engage me in one of the services. That's the meaning of this. So this is the background consciousness during chanting. This should be the background consciousness. If I have this background consciousness, chanting will become sweeter and sweeter over a period of time. It will not be strugglesome endeavor. Someday it's like climbing a mountain, but it will get better and better. So these are the steps of dharana, dhyana and samadhi, to hold, to focus and absorb in the holy name. So my personal observation in chanting is, when I try to hear the holy name attentively, I am able to hold for a long time. When you hear two words, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So two words you take, and then one mantra is a project. Take it like a project. That's what he taught, our Burijan Prabhu taught. It's very powerful. On days when I heard attentively, I could hold and focus very nicely. So in this way, so we learnt about the chanting of the holy name, how to do it nicely, effectively. So let me go back to that file again. So this is nama-smarana, not with lips alone, but chanting with feeling, not just a counting game. Begging the Lord for help to be able to concentrate on the holy name. Prabhupada said, chant and hear with attention, then gradually name will reveal its form and passing everything. And what about Shravanam? Not just listening, but mananam, absorbing and reflecting. So when we talk about reading Bhagavatam or hearing Bhagavatam, when you say, so hearing is like eating. And then reflecting. Contemplating is like chewing. See, try to appreciate, understand this example. Nice example, you see. When you are doing hearing, it's like eating food. Like you took the morsel of food and put in the mouth. You heard the Bhagavatam lecture today. You heard it. And contemplating means, what did I hear? What is the meaning of that? And how is it applicable? For example, let me give an example, it will make it easy. Ajamila heard the talks by Vishnudutas, correct, no? And Yamadutas, then they were speaking. So at that time, they quoted many shlokas about the glories of the holy name. So he just heard it. And at that time, Yamadutas told Vishnudutas, hey, you guys don't know what this fellow did. This Ajamila, everything they told the history, from the time how he met the prostitute in the forest and brought her to home, and drove away his chaste wife and religious parents, and how he indulged with her and 10 children he produced. And Ajamila was shocked. My Lord, these guys know everything. He thought nobody knows about all this. Everything they knew. So, and then the Vishnudutas told, yes, it's all true. He did. He was definitely under the jurisdiction of Yamaraj. But now that he has chanted the name Narayana helplessly, instantly he is shifted from Yamaraja's jurisdiction to Vishnu's jurisdiction. Immediately he shifted. Now you guys cannot touch him. Then repairing him, reforming him, we will do. You go away. You guys cannot. They cut the Yamapash. So at that time actually he contemplated on the meaning of all the glorification of the holy name slokas. And he also contemplated on what the Vishnu Yamaduta spoke. And then reflecting means a flashback. He thought the relevance of that knowledge to his life. That is reflecting, like a flashback. Every one of you can think about your own life. In my life, how is this knowledge applicable? One can think. Like for example, let me give an example. Like I went to the ISKCON Juhu temple first time. And there they took me to a room, computer room, where brahmacharis were sitting with laptops. First look, when I looked at them, I was shell-shocked. I asked the devotee, what is this? I have seen the computers, I have seen sadhus, but never together like this. How can sadhus use the computers? So the devotee smiled, he said, see Prabhu, these sadhus are not playing any video games in the computer. They are not misusing the computer. They use it only for Krishna service. This is called Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means we can also use an aeroplane to travel place to place to preach Krishna consciousness. We can use a laptop to show some videos, PPTs and all. Why? Because all the material energy, tadamidam sarvam, Krishna says, Jagad Avyakta Murtina. Everything is Krishna's creation and everything is meant to be utilized in Krishna's service. You go to the garden, pluck a flower and offer it to Krishna. And take gold, silver, diamond from the mountains and then make ornaments and offer it to Krishna. Take the fruits from your garden and offer it to Krishna. Everything in this world is meant to be used in Krishna's service. Why should sadhus give up everything and go to Himalayas? Falgu Vairagya, they say. And Yukta Vairagya means use everything in Krishna's service. So this was a eye-opener for me. Because I had my own idea of what a sadhu should be. So this is what I was telling you. So I contemplated on the knowledge they gave. And I reflected back in my own life. Yeah, I was trying to refrain from everything. Now I can use everything. And I myself started using laptop like this I'm using now for doing a Zoom meeting now. I'm showing you notes and PPT and everything, isn't it? So because I contemplated, I reflected, I digested, understood the Yukta Vairagya principle and I'm applying it now. At the same time, I know very well, in the name of Yukta Vairagya, we cannot handle things which are not good for us. What we can handle, we can handle. Like in our Pune temple, we are very strict about the parental control for the devices, and we just don't let anybody use all kinds of social media freely. We have a facility in a common lab where everybody can come and use, but personally there are restrictions. Why? Because Yukta Vairagya is good for one who already has a lot of Vairagya. He can do Yukta Vairagya. Otherwise, with no Vairagya, one can fall down. So in this way, this is what I was telling you just now. Let me show you. When you are hearing, you are just eating food. Contemplating means you have started chewing it. Chewing means you have to chew bit by bit everything you are eating. Similarly, contemplating the knowledge which you hear in the Bhagavatam class, you make a short notes. When you go out of the class, go through the notes and then try to ask questions. How is it relevant to my life, others' life? What is the meaning of this? And then that is chewing. And reflecting means you digest it. Take a snapshot of your own life, then the relevance of that knowledge to your personal life. Then you are digesting it. And when you apply it, go and teach others what you learned in the class. Like I made these notes, I am sharing with you now. I am speaking. Akhyatani apyaditani. It's said in the Bhagavatam first canto. If you hear the class, you digest it, apply it in your life and teach it to others, it becomes a permanent knowledge for you. It will always remain with you. Yeah. In this way, the Shravanam should be deep. And here one more thing I wish to say about Shravanam. You see, there are two doors while doing Shravanam. One is the ear, one is the heart. Somebody may hear the lecture, one door may be open, but the heart may not be open. They may say, oh, this preacher I know what he is going to say. He will keep saying the same old thing. If somebody thinks like that, then they are not serious. Their heart door is closed, ear is open. Or in the Bhagavatam class, somebody slept off. That means the ear is also closed, the heart is also closed. Chitraketu Maharaj, when he saw Angiramani, he welcomed Angiramani, garlanded him, he sat at his feet, he gave him fruits to eat, but he was not in a mood to listen to the knowledge taught by Angiramani, because he only wanted a child. That means his ear was open, but heart was closed, like that. On the other hand, Parikshit Maharaj had an open mind. Our mind is like a parachute. When it is open, it functions better. We should have an open mindset to listen. Like Prabhupada, our Abhay Babu, when he met Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he went with a mindset that, you are saying that we should reach this message to Western world in English. Who is going to listen to us? India is under the foreign rule. Like that he said. Guru told him, no, it is universal and it can go all over the world. And now, we don't have to wait for the independence to come. That was his point. And when his Guru convinced him, and that one meeting, Prabhupada went from Desh Prem to Krishna Prem. In just one meeting. He went as a Gandhian and he came out as a full-blown Vaishnava. Of course, Prabhupada is always a Vaishnava, but he pretended, he did the Leela for all of us to learn the lesson. You don't go with a lower paradigm to Guru and come down to your paradigm. Rather, you accept Guru's paradigm. So Prabhupada initially talked about Gandhian as a Gandhian, but then you can see that he, with an open mind, he accepted the Guru's instruction. How do you know that? While coming down the steps, Prabhupada said, on that day I accepted him as my spiritual master. He said, and not only that, he said, the message of Lord Chaitanya is in the right hands, he said. So in that way, this is the meaning of real hearing. Like Rahugana heard Jadabharata. Immediately he got off from the palanquin and clasped his feet to his chest and begged for forgiveness. That means he had a heart transformation. So we also want to daily hear Bhagavatam like that. Every day when we hear, we should touch our heart, transform our heart, purify our lives. And that is the right type of hearing. Yeah. Another thing, service. Serving with bhav, not ego. You see? Seva done without prestige burns ego. You see? It purifies. See, Hanuman never asked for any position. When Rama gave him the service, he did all services, from finding Sita to carrying oil lamps, all kinds of service Hanuman did. He simply was delighting in service. He didn't expect anything in return. Because if we are doing a service with some expectation, that is ego-driven. Let me give you an example for this. You see, once upon a time, in one of our very big youth programs, the master of ceremonies was unable to reach the temple because he was stuck in the traffic. So we identified another fellow. We asked him, can you be the master of ceremonies as a substitute? He said, why not? I've been longing for this opportunity, he said. So he went to the stage, he took the mic. He was practically dancing on the stage and speaking to the boys, very happy with that opportunity. But then the traffic got cleared and the original MC, he came to the temple and said, Prabhu, in 1 minute I am reaching the temple, he said. Then immediately this fellow was told that, Prabhu, please get down from the stage, the original MC has come. And he was feeling very bad that I lost the opportunity to address the people. He said, Prabhu, every time why he only does? And they told him that, he's a very smart fellow. He has been doing it, let him do it, you please calm down. What will I do then? He asked. He said, go to the green room and pack the prizes because we have to give some prizes, they said. He said, what is this packing prize? Nobody will come to know who is packing the prize. So he didn't want a background service, he wanted the forefront, limelight service. So that is the meaning of ego-driven seva. So ego-driven service cannot satisfy us, nor satisfy Guru and Krishna, nor satisfy other Vaishnavas. When it is ego-driven, like sometimes a politician goes to a slum and is giving some clothes and is telling people to take photo. He may just go to 1 or 2 houses and put photo all over the world, thousands of photos he may put. So some people do it for the sake of, name and fame. So we should not render service like that. Like you see, for example, Pratap Rudra was sweeping the floor in front of Jagannath's cart. So he did that simply out of love for Lord Jagannath, considering Jagannath to be the master of the whole universe, himself to be insignificant, and that touched the heart of Lord Chaitanya. Any service rendered from the heart without any expectation, motivation, that's going to really touch the Lord's heart. So that's what, so that should be a genuine service. So there is a question which has come in the chat. Let me answer that question. There was one question I saw, it disappeared now. Where is it?
Just beside everyone.
On the yes? Here, huh? Okay, yeah. Prabhuji doing book distribution for getting certificate and prize. Is it good or bad? So, okay, let me answer this question with an example. One time, His Grace Gauranga Prabhu came to Pune. So Gauranga Prabhu is my good friend. So he was there in Pune for a couple of days. So one of the mornings, they were announcing the book distribution score. So for one devotee's name, they read and said, so-and-so devotee, in front of the deities they were announcing, so-and-so devotee distributed 21, small books, they announced. And that devotee was sitting way behind in the temple. He pushed through the crowd, moving aside all the devotees, and caught hold of the shoulder of the announcer and said, Prabhu, that was not 21, Prabhu, that was 71, he said. And then again the devotee announced the deities. Oh, sorry, that so-and-so devotee distributed 71 books. I think while writing, the 71 looked like 21. So he read it as 21, So later on, some other devotees became disturbed. They came and asked me, Prabhuji, why this devotee is so fruitive? He is so attached to his score. Does he think that Lord doesn't know the actual score? Even though the announcer is announcing 21, Lord knows it is 71. Why is he adamant to, go on, pushing through everybody, all the crowd he came and So later on I told this to Gauranga Prabhu. I asked him, hey, what do I tell these devotees? Gauranga Prabhu laughed and said, see, this devotee earlier must have been counting his cricket score. Now he's counting book score. Later on he will count no score. He said, So initially those who are counting cricket score, now when they come to spiritual life, they still have that propensity. But eventually that will go away over a period of time. So in case you are inspired to distribute books because you will get a certificate, no problem, do it. Eventually that fruitive mindset will go away over a period of time. You will become detached and you will say that I just want to see, Lord pleased, Prabhupada pleased. So we will all come to that consciousness. Yeah. And this is what I was telling you. Sadhu Sangha with the open heart, sharing honestly in association, allows deep healing, you see. To make heart holy, it must be softened, not guarded. What is the meaning of guarding ourselves in Sadhu Sangha? Sometimes when you are coming to the association of devotees and you slightly reveal a problem, and when the sadhu is asking some questions to know the problem, we become guarded. Because we fear that others will think I am not so advanced in my spiritual life. Like for example, once I had a boil in the right hand, when I was a school boy. So my mom took me to a doctor, and doctor said, please show me, where is the problem? I showed the left side to the doctor, and doctor punched and pressed and said, oh, your son is all right. He doesn't have any problem. And I asked my mom, can we go back home now? She told the doctor, the problem is not on left shoulder, it's on right shoulder. As soon as the doctor caught it, immediately I started screaming. Doctor said, yeah, now you sit down now. Now I understood where the problem is. Similarly, we have our ego balloon also. Somebody actually touches our ego, immediately we protest. So, immediately we may want to become guarded. So when sadhus, the meaning of sadhu means to cut. When the sadhus try to purify us, we may not be ready for purification. Like Indra, was he ready for purification? When Kṛṣṇa told the Vijayabasis to worship Govardhan, I was thinking, if I was in Indra's post, what I would have done? I thought about it. Then I gave a very deep thought, and my ideal behavior would be, I will come down from the sky, get down in Vrindavan, go to Krishna's home and say, my dear Lord, you only posted me as Indra and made me accept the Indra Puja all these years. Now it seems that you have diverted the puja to Govardhan this time. So maybe you have some intention behind it. May I know that? I will ask him. Kṛṣṇa will say, no, for a change, I want everything to be offered to Govardhan. then what I should do? I will go with all Vijayabasis and take part in Govardhan festival, correct, no? Then you also take Govardhan Mahaprasad and go back. It's ideal for Indra to behave because Indra knows who is God. Huh? Indra knows who is God? You don't know. Kṛṣṇa, yeah, correct. He knows Kṛṣṇa is God and I am supposed to be one of the demigods under him. And he has made up his mind to do Govardhan Puja this year instead of Indra Puja. No problem. Huh? That's ideal behavior. But did Indra do that? Indra's ego got terribly hurt. Huh? So, actually Indra came to his senses later, after doing a lot of blunder. Huh? You know, see, when I will show you that verse, Indra himself says that. Huh? I'll just show you one verse. I'm going to show you one part of the slideshow in relevance to this Indra's ego. We are talking about ego now, correct? No? See here, Kṛṣṇa is standing. How kind Kṛṣṇa is. He doesn't want to hurt the ego of Indra. Huh? He is standing, after sending all the Vijayabasis, Kṛṣṇa is standing alone in the area of Govindakunda. Huh? At that time, Indra comes there. You see, he's coming in Airavad. Huh? Do you think he can come in front of Kṛṣṇa in Airavad? How shameful it would be. Huh? Therefore, he parked Airavad there only. And then he got down from the Airavad. And then he's walking towards Kṛṣṇa. See, look at Indra's hands. You know, he is folding the hands out of shame. Huh? And you will see Kṛṣṇa. See, when Indra is sitting on the Airavad, Kṛṣṇa is looking at him. See? After that, Kṛṣṇa will turn his face away. See? Turn his eyes away. Huh? And then Indra is coming. Pita gurustvam jagatamudisho duratyaya kala upata dandaha hitaya chechatana visamihase manam vidhunvan jagadisha maninam. Oh my Lord, you are the Father, you are spiritual master of the entire universe, you are the supreme controller, you are the insurmountable time. And this way you come in various incarnations to purify people like me. Like that he's keeping his mukut down, which means he's ready to resign from his post. Actually, Indra thought that Kṛṣṇa will send me to Yama's abode and beat me up. That's what he thought. And Kṛṣṇa heard the prayers and then he spoke in a rumbling voice. Maya te kani magavan makabango anugrihnata madanusmritaye nityam mattasyendra sriyabrisham. He said, I only did makabanga. I spoiled your sacrifice, Indra. Why? Anugrihnata, to show you my compassion. And what is my compassion? To dissolve your false ego. That's my compassion. So, you are proud, therefore. Mama Ishwarya Srimadando Dandapanim Napashyati Tam Brahmshyami Sampadbhyo Yasya Chechami Anugraham. If anybody becomes falsely proud and driven by false ego, my anugraha, my mercy on them is to destroy their false ego. So now Indra is ready to resign from his post. But then he offered many, many prayers. He said, I am the topmost fool in the whole universe, like that he said. And then finally Kṛṣṇa spoke to him. Gamyatam Shakrabhadram Vaha. Oh, auspicious Indra, you may go now. Why is Indra auspicious? Earlier he was inauspicious. Now that his ego is finished, he is auspicious now. He has become purified Indra now. Kriyatam menushasanam stiyatam swadikareshu yuktairvastam bavarjitaihi. He is saying that, you may go now, Indra. Don't give up your post, give up your pride, he told him. Don't give up your post, give up your false pride. And then Kṛṣṇa sent him back. In this way, Kṛṣṇa can purify our false ego, which is very important, because as it is mentioned here, you should do sadhana with open heart. Indra did that actually. He shared honestly in the association of Kṛṣṇa, and he deeply got healed. And he made his heart holy and his heart became softened. He was not guarded. If you are guarded, we will be arrogant. We will even oppose our senior also. We will tell like one example I'll tell you, there was one devotee, who was going for book distribution, and the senior told him that, Prabhu, I request you that don't go in the early morning at 5 o'clock, stay back in the temple, chant your rounds, attend the Bhagavatam class, and then you can go for distribution. And then all day you can distribute till night, he said. But this devotee was very insistent. No. I want to go at morning 5, I'll come in the night 9. Huh? So, because he was number 1 distributor. Then when the senior devotee stopped him from going early, he said, I think senior devotee is envious of me, I think he's afraid that I'm going to beat him also. Huh? I'm going to get ahead of him. So that is the false ego, you see. Huh? So we should not be false ego driven. We have to purify our false ego. Huh? That's very important. That's what was mentioned here. We should not be guarded when seniors are trying to purify us. Huh? And personal prayer and honest crying before the Lord. Amar Jivan Sada Paperata Nahi Ko Punyera Lesha. That's Bhaktivinoda Thakur's famous song. How to repent is very nicely explained in that song. And then offenseless chanting, these things will help us. Huh? So this is a very nice reflection questions. You can take a snapshot of that and think about it. What impurity is most dominant in my heart today? Do I chant mechanically or prayerfully? What seva I do with love? What seva I do with ego? When did I last cry or feel deep emotion for Kṛṣṇa? Huh? So these kind of things we all can... This is called a reflection. When you reflect, then only we make very quick progress by reflecting on such questions like this. So, see, there are many people, even murderers became holy-hearted, like Jagai Madai, you see. Even Haridas Thakur, he forgave even the offenders who bet him in 22 marketplaces, you see. Prabhupada was ready to give up his whole life in preaching for the pleasure of his Guru. Yeah. So, I would like to take some questions. We all have been hearing many things we spoke today. Actually, for effective book distribution, each of these items which we discussed today is important. I can put the notes in the chat. You can, I will just 1 minute. So, yeah, any questions, anybody?
We have some questions in the chat box. If you like, I can read it for you.
So, yeah, I'll see an answer. I'm just saving this. I made some modifications now. I will just put it modify. Because today I added some more points to this. So, I will save this and I'll send you all. Huh?
Sure, Prabhu. Yeah, you can let me know whenever you're ready. I can
Yes, Prabhuji.
questions.
If I put in chat, it will go, I think. Okay, that was one thing I wanted to send you. Another one I will send you that Japa circle, correct now? Japa circle one which I showed you. I can put that also, just a minute. Which one? Achha, where it go? Click on this, everyone, huh? Now I should send it? Okay, this was one and the other one was... So, and the other one was becoming, okay, where is it? Yes, Prabhuji, you can read the questions, Prabhu, now.
Perfect. So we first have questions from Arya. Pamo Prabhuji, courses like Bhakti Shastri and Vaibhav, etc. are on the platform of getting only certificate nowadays. How can learn devotion as it is liking producing scholars only?
Yeah. Many people ask this question. Actually, what I would say is, sometimes we study the Bhakti Shastri in the beginning, we complete the course, earn a certificate, but then following years you can contemplate, reflect. You can dwell more on that by teaching. For example, NOI, Nectar of Instruction, you learned very quickly. But then later you can buy the book Bhakti Aloka by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then along with Bhakti Aloka, if you read the Nectar of Instruction, first 3 verses, you will learn very deeply, later on. Same manner, you might have finished Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu very quickly from the Prabhupada's book. Later you can get Bhanu Maharaj's Sanskrit verses and translations you can buy and read that yourself. And gradually contemplate and reflect, we can do like that. So you all have that freedom. And also if you have a local mentor, a teacher who is very deeply situated devotee, and if they can put up a kind of group discussion and you can join them and entering into a discussion with very sincerely practicing devotees who realize devotees, simply by associating with such devotees we can advance very fastly. So we can take advantage, we can do like that. It's not that you finish the Bhakshastri course, now you cannot touch those 4 books. No, those 4 books can be a guiding light for our whole life. Yes, Prabhuji, next question. I can't hear the sound. What happened to sound?
Sorry, my mic.
I'm unable to.
Sorry. Now you can hear?
Yes, Prabhuji, now please.
So,
Yeah?
but Indra didn't know that small boy was Krishna in the beginning. He was covered by Yogamaya. Was it his mistake to be proud without knowing the fact?
See, whenever you hear such pastimes, you should not talk about Yogamaha, Maya and all. Then you won't be able to, like for example, if you see Ramayana, how Kaikeyi behaved and Manthara behaved, From Manthara's Kaikeyi's behavior, we should know that we should not be envious like that. That's what we should learn. But if you see a drama of Ramayana, Manthara and Kaikeyi may be having a ginger tea with Bharat and Ram and Lakshman in the green room. They appear to be, united and talking together. But you don't see that. One boy was telling, Prabhu, Duryodhan, Kauravas, Pandavas, they're all from spiritual world. Everybody is ultimately Lord's associate. If you see like that, then we can't learn any lesson. So what we should do is, Indra is portraying one erratic behavior. We should know that we should not do that. That's the lesson we have to catch. Okay, Prabhuji, next.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, in my personal observation, I feel I am riding the high and low tides of chanting, hearing and services, and I feel I am having no progress due to this disparity. How to remain constant?
Yeah. So you need consistency, we call it, and steadiness. So if you just go to YouTube and put Prabhuji consistency, Radhe Shyam Das, you put, there are 3 lectures on that. How to be consistent. So steadiness, consistency in YouTube, if you just put many of the topics, if you just put my name and then put the word, you will get some few lectures on that. People ask about focus, about concentration, about japa. Similarly, the consistency is like that. You need to actually learn about steadiness and consistency, and how do we come to sattva to become consistent, we will learn that, okay? Next question.
Can you please give example of typical day of a devotee to help understand how to manage time, sadhana, work and home duties?
Very simple. Morning for Kṛṣṇa, daytime for profession, evening for family. That's a very broad tripod division. Early morning, keep it for sadhana, daytime for profession, and evening spend some time with family. Every grihastha should read at least 15 minutes with husband, wife, child sitting together. That family will never have quarrel if they just even spend 15 minutes every day with Kṛṣṇa in the center. And those who are ladies who are homemakers, say they get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, get up in the morning. After bathing, they may get 1 hour to chant. Maybe 8 rounds you can chant. But after that, the child has to be sent to school, husband has to be sent to office. After her duty is done, again she can chant. In some homes I have seen, very coolly, Mataji's complete Mangala-arti, Narsingha-arti, Tulsi-arti, chanting 16 rounds. And then she starts cooking at 7 because her husband has to go to office only at 10. He doesn't have to go early. So it varies from home to home. Certainly you can try your best to do the sadhana in the morning. But if ladies are not able to do, they can do it after 11 o'clock. After everybody is gone to their duty and then you have some time for yourself, then the balance you can do. And if a lady is working, husband is working, that's a very difficult situation because you have to cook also, you have to care for the child, you have to tend to the needs of the in-laws at home, you have to do job, it would be very tedious to do. Then you will need some guidance of some counselors, I would suggest in your own community or anywhere else. You need guidance surely, especially of a Mataji who is very deeply learned and seasoned lady who knows all these things, how to solve the grihastha issues. You will need such guidance if you are doing a job. Okay, next, Prabhu.
How we can become truly transparent with the counselor.
When you have firm faith in the counselor's guidance, if you know that counselor is transparent, counselor is enlightened, you are convinced about the enlightenment of the counselor and the genuineness of the counselor, then why will you not open your heart? If there is any doubt, you are unable to open to your counselor, you can write a letter to the counselor. I am unable to open up to you because I am afraid that you will be upset with me or something, whatever. If you are not able to open up like that, then you can change counselor also. From one counselor, you can go to the next one, you can go. Yes, Praji, next.
If genuine prayer and crying mood is not arise, naturally, then what we should do?
Yeah. Oh, we don't have to worry about it. We have to consistently keep doing our duties that Prabhupada has given us. Rise in the morning, do all these things we should do. And when the heart becomes purer and transparent, these emotions are automatic. Naturally, they will arise. We don't have to artificially bring them. But we should know what is ideal. And then realistically what we have, we know the difference between the two. And then eventually we'll get better and better. Yes, Prabhuji, next.
Prabhuji, in terms of dealing with devotees and seniors, we understand the way you said we should ideally deal with them. Sorry, not related to book distribution, but sometimes our consciousness get impacted by people from outside, and how should we deal? Keep silent and ignore or deal with the things as needed, as no matter what we do, have to deal with the material matters.
So we have to follow the Madhyamadikari standard. Ishware tadadineshu balisheshu dushachucha prema maitri kripopeksha yakkarauti samadhyamaha. A devotee of the Lord should love Lord Krishna, should befriend the devotees, should preach to the innocent and non-blasphemous people, and should keep away from envious people, it is said. While book distributing, if you come across people who yell at you, shout at you, who ridicule you, mock at you, you turn your face away from them and go away from them. Upeksha, ignore them and go away. Let the dogs bark, caravan goes on. Like that you do. And that's the formula Bhagavatam gives. And that way what happens, from a distance you can pray for them. Then they will also benefit, you will also benefit. But if you are going to argue with them, then our hearts become hard and we won't be able to properly pray. So, now I am getting a bit late, Prabhu. Akinchan Vita Prabhu, thank you for the opportunity. And there are many questions. I can put my email. They can send in this one. See, voicemedia.pune@gmail.com. This is the email in which I accept the questions from my YouTube channel also. Anybody can write, but if you put in the subject, either Akinchan Vita Prabhu's name or what do you call that? Sankirtan? What do you call that? Sankirtan Sunday, correct, na Prabhu?
Sankirtan Sundays, yes.
Yeah, you put Sankirtan Sunday, then I'll give first priority to your questions. Then I will answer your question quickly. Okay? So you all can, any of you wish to ask me question. Now there is a big group of devotees waiting here and I have my next program lined up. So I'm sorry I'm unable to extend myself. But I thank Akinchan Vita Prabhu for this opportunity and all of you for taking out your valuable time. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. We won't take much of your time. Thank you so much again for having this. It was a wonderful and probably the best session we ever had. So thank you so much. And we hope to see you in London very soon. And we hope to see more sessions with you as well.
Thank
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya
The recording of this session.
Namo Namo. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki
ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. Prabhuji.
Please come, London.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, can we have a recording of this session, please?
So the recorded will be, I'm going to put that on YouTube and I'll share the link in the group chat. You can also put it on ISKCON London Sankirtan. If you put it on YouTube, you can find the recording. I'll do it in next couple of hours.
No problem.
So yeah, anyway, thank you so much everyone who can, who spent our today we had our most the bar was increased. We had around 120 devotees who joined. So thank you so much everyone who was here. And I am very glad and I'm very glad to have Radhe Shyam Prabhu with us because it's very rare to have him as he's such an advanced devotee of ISKCON. So next Sunday we'll be having Nitai Sevani Mataji, and it's the last session as we're gonna enter to the marathon on 28th. So that will be the last session. So I would love to see everyone again, and thank you so much again. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much,
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Kinchana Vitadas.
Akinchan Vitadas Prabhu, one question.
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj has shared 2 PowerPoint presentation links in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Once the call ends, I won't be able to retrieve that. Will that be posted in any of the groups?
Are you in the Sankirtan Sunday group chat?
No, Prabhu. But I'm in the team
508?
508, yeah.
Okay, we'll post in both of them so you can get access to it.
Yes, please. And also the email ID that Prabhuji has shared.
Yeah, sure. We share the email ID as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
What's the name of the YouTube channel you mentioned? It's called London.
It's called London Sankirtan.
Sankirtan. Okay,
It's the
thank
yellow
you so much.
yellow logo which you'll see on my display picture. We already have posted more our past Sankirtan Sunday sessions there, so you can have access to that as well. So thank you so much, dear devotees. And yeah, recording will be shared soon on YouTube, and then I'll share the link. Hare Krishna. See you all next Sunday.